Stand up for me, sir. What is your name? Mike, I'm not saying you're weak-willed, but damn, I'm hoping you are. Here's why. Guys, slide down this way just a little bit more. For the next several minutes, Mike, my job is to manipulate the hell out of you. I'm going to try every little psychological game I know how to play to make you say only what I want you to say and nothing else. So, Mike, when we're through with this game, if it works, the choices that you're about to make will not be your choices. They will be my choices. Now, very important that I always successfully manipulate Mike, because he and I are going to play a little game called Russian roulette with a slightly different kind of gun, Mike. Mike, this is a staple gun, courtesy of the Home Depot. This little bad boy can slap a half-inch staple into a 2x4 like it was butter. So, for any reason, Mike, one of these staples were to be pressed against my flesh and shot, I would be significantly pissed off. But I got a problem, Mike. I have 4 staple guns on stage. The catch of the game, only 3 of them have staples. 1 of them is empty. You look like a pretty observant guy, so Mike, you will notice that we have 4 men with us on stage right now. This is the game he's about to play. You're about to decide which of these guys gets to hold on to which staple gun. But to make it fun, you're going to decide which one of them staples into my flesh. My job is to manipulate your choices so that I do not get stapled, because just between the 2 of us, that would suck. You guys are going to get some numbers. Since you're closest to me, I'll give you number 1, obviously number 2, number 3, number 4. I hate to be honest, but let's go faster this way. Rule number 1, the choices are yours. Nobody gets to help you. Rule number 2, the questions that I'm going to ask contain what you might call subliminal suggestions. They're designed to influence you, so you gotta wait till the question's over before you answer. Rule number 3, Mike, no hesitation. You give me the first thoughts that pop out of your head, understood? All right, we begin. I could give this stapler to number 1, or 2, or 3, or 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tell me now, who gets it? Number 3, hold it by your right side, but do it like you're about to pull it out of a holster. It's got nothing to do with the bit, I just think it looks cooler that way. Mike, I could give this one to number 1, number 2, or 4, 4, 2, 1. Who gets it? Number 4, keep it by your side. Guys, the real reason I'm going to have you keep it by your side, I don't want you to scope it out yet and see whether you have the empty one. We're going to find out, all 5 of us, at the end of this, the hard way. Getting down to the wire, Mike. 1 or 2, who gets it? Number 1, hold it by your side. By default, number 2, hold yours by your side. Now, I've had you make some choices here. I want a totally honest answer. In your heart of heart, do you think that these have been your choices or my choices? That is so cute. Mike, these little slips of paper have instructions for these guys. They're going to tell them one of 2 things. That either they're going to staple into a little pad I have back up here, or they're going to staple into my flesh. Here's where your choices become very important. By number. Who gets my first set of instructions, Mike? Number 3. Now don't open it. Do hang on to it. Getting down to the wire. Who gets my next set? Number 1. Hang on to it. Getting down to the wire. Who gets my next set? Number 4. Now by default, this goes to number 2. Think before you answer. If there's any reason you want to change your mind. You might be curious. Maybe, Mike, you want to see if you can screw me up. I could give it to any one of these guys. They would give theirs to him. Who gets it? Number 3, you hand yours to him, I hand mine to you. Guys, I'm going to open, or turn away from me right now. While my back is turned, open your slip. Read it silently to yourself. You actually have a very simple job. Look at your number and then note the word that is next to it. If that word is pad, you're going to end up stapling into my little foam pad. But if that word is flesh, you'll be stapling into my hand. When I say go, the one of you associated with the word flesh, leave your spot in line. Come stand on my right. The 3 of you who are connected to pad, stay put. Go. Now we're going to find out one guy at a time, Mike, whether you made my choices or not. Put your folded slip of paper, sir. Pink paper up against the pad. You're going to staple it in, drive it in. Had you made any other choices, that would have ended up in the palm of my hand. Put yours up against there, drive it in. Any other choices? I would have cried like a little girl. But this is going to be a lot more fun when we find out about you guys simultaneously. So I'm going to give it to you. You hang on to it. Wait for me to say ready, aim, fire. Fire is the cue. You, sir, stand right here, and your name is? Michael, there's an important reason that you're about to staple into my hand and not my forehead like I was gesturing earlier. We've got pretty good light in this room, Michael. Take a good close look at the middle of my forehead. You will see, just below that crease, a small, dot-shaped scar. Can you see it? Yeah, catty corner from that. Up, over, I'm guessing, staple with. You got it. People ask me all the time, have you ever failed at this? Oh, yes. It was about 6 years ago. Now, up to that point, I always had the card pressed against my forehead. I thought it was cooler, but on that particular day, I felt this. I felt a sudden pressure. Not a lot of pain, until I reached up and felt the staple in the middle of my forehead. Not a lot of blood, until, like the idiot that I am, I pulled it out. So, Michael, when I say ready, you're going to put the folded slip up against my hand. When I say aim, you're going to put the stapler up against that. Very, very important. I will want a vertical staple. Don't give me one of those gangbanger staples. You guys know the drill. This really is our moment of truth. Ready. Aim. Nope, that's a gangbanger. Perfect.
God.
Aim. Fire! Thank you for being weak-willed and easily manipulated. Give it up for my friends as we send them back down there.